Hi everybody, this is Tandy Gutierrez and this is your weekly Wenomadwehappy vlog. So we're traveling, my family and I, my two young boys, Milo and Sam, they're 9 and 5, and my husband and I were traveling for the next 12 months all over the world. We're unschooling, we're working as we go, we both work online, and I'm sharing with you more of a weekly diary update kind of thing. What did we learn? What did we notice? What are we doing? What are we seeing? So we're outside right now and the boys are playing at the park, and there's apartments all around us, and there's music in the background today. So yay for music for the video. What did we learn this week? Okay, a couple of things. We'll start with the silly fun stuff first. The man bag. It's everywhere here and I love it. Kind of like the unabashed use of the selfie stick around here. All of the men carry a bag. And yes, in the US they'd be like, it's a purse, it's little. You know what? You got stuff to carry. Put it in a bag. Look hip and chic while you do it. So they're everywhere here. And I love it. I think it's totally fun. The other thing, I've been meaning to mention it for weeks. Spain has, a super high unemployment rate, and it's fascinating because on Mondays mostly, I think, and then I seem to notice it on Fridays as well, there are these huge lines outside these certain, businesses, and we were like, what is it? It's the lottery. People here play the lottery like crazy, and it's kind of, sad and neat, and the hopefulness of winning, and then kind of the bummer reality of there not being enough jobs for people. Also, being the socialist country that it is, lots of protests, and we've seen many of them, and you're walking along and really cool. Like, I kind of feel like, man, in the US we ought to utilize that perhaps a little bit more, but fascinating because, voices that want to be heard and gather a group and go, say what they need to say, which is awesome. On the personal aspect of things, what are we learning this week? So this year we have opted for unschooling, homeschooling, and in that process, like, I homeschooled the boys before for about 9 months when they were really little, in New York, and so sort of familiar with the process, right? A little researched on it, but it's a new experience every time. They're different ages and different stages, and clearly we're traveling, so that makes things a little interesting as well. And so we kind of just opted for the unschooling because of the travel and the movement of the household, and we thought we'll just kind of unravel as we go and see where it leads us. If we need to, purchase and get into curriculum, then we will. But in the beginning, we just wanted them to experience things and see what they're interested in and follow that rabbit hole. Milo's an excellent reader. He reads way above his grade level, and Sam is just now 5, and it was kind of in that territory of like, is he really ready for kindergarten yet? Is working on his sight words, and I felt like the only thing we really needed to maybe work on this year were some more of the basics, and if he was willing to read. So our initial instinct is to go for a little bit of structure because it's a system that we know, and there's some comfort to it, and trying to create a schedule for them and some consistency in our mutable lives right now, because we are taking day trips or weekend trips, and then we're shifting about every 2 to 3 months as to where we're based, right? So Sam has gone from 23 words when we started to 64, and so I've got him on sticky notes on the back of his closet, on the back of the door of his room, and we put those together to make sentences. So it's really exciting, and days he's not really into it, we don't do it, and days that I don't feel like his attention's there, it's maybe 15 minutes and we move on. Days that he's really excited about it, we spend an hour with it. So there's that. But the layer on top of that was that my husband and I were kind of getting a little stressed about, like, what are we doing? What is their curriculum? What are they learning? Let me put it this way. He was getting stressed. I wasn't really stressed. I think I've gotten more like, I want them to be good people. Do they have manners? Are they aware of people around them? Can they just learn to listen to their instincts and their intuition and say please and thank you, and, kind of, hippie granola mama bear, like, let's just do the basics right now and get them off of screens and worrying about what other people think and what other people are interested in, what do they love, what are they interested in. but yeah, we want them to be learning and growing and expanding as we go. So anyhow, we were experiencing some stuff with it, and then someone sent me an article about deschooling, that this transition to either homeschooling or unschooling, you know, that the conditions of the classroom that they're used to take about a month per year they've been in school to kind of unravel. So when I teach for fitness and wellness, I always talk about, you know, peeling like an onion. Like, you got to take out all the layers to really get to the goods on the inside. And we're totally experiencing that with them, with this of like, we've got to deconstruct the methods of learning that they've had, and this idea of repetition and memorizing and spinning back, and get them into creative, you know, intellectual thinking and conversation, and just learning how to learn. Like, hey, why do they do it this way in Spain, and why is it this way in the US? So we learned a lot this week for unschooling, I believe. And you know, it's really nice because it kind of took some of the pressure off, and we went, oh well, we could have, you know, about 4 months of just unraveling. And so it's wonderful because I think as they unravel, they really get more calm. I could go on for hours because this week was kind of powerful for us as a family and neat. I see them calming down. I see them being more quiet. I see them, you know, being more interested in drawing and discussing. So that's what I learned this week in our travels. If you want to follow the full thing, Milo's got his blogs that he writes at Wenomadwehappy.com. And if you want to work out with me and learn more about fitness and wellness, it's Mat&kitchen.com. And I will see you next week. Thanks. Bye.